Badass Boss Babes. Welcome to the Badass is the New Black podcast. I'm your host, Chrissy Chin. This is the podcast you come to when you need relevant tips and strategy for building and scaling your personal brand online. It's the place to get inspired and reminded that you are already a badass. You have what it takes. There is nothing more that I love than teaching you strategy to grow and scale online through automation so you can work less and enjoy more. The last few weeks, I've been preparing hardcore for a few onstage presentations coming up. And as I sit here getting ready for the first one that's happening literally this Monday, I cannot believe it's already here. I have a million things running through my head. Things like, what should I wear? How should I style my hair? Should I put my fake eyelashes on or not? And of course, I'm only human. So when I ask myself those questions, it's followed by the thoughts of, well, what will they think if I wear this? Will they think I look good? Will they prefer my hair? I'm like, the first one is in front of hairstylists. So like the hair is a big one, right? Like what's going to make my hair look good? What will they think if I have my big flashy eyelashes on, But what if I just made my decisions based on what I wanted and what felt good to me? Mind blown, right? What if it was just all about me and not about them? What if you made your decisions based on what you wanted and what felt good to you? What if you didn't worry about what others thought about you? What if you did what you wanted and those that loved it stuck around and those that didn't love it just moved on? Would it be so bad if you weren't everyone's cup of tea? The more I am in the spotlight, the more my influence grows, the more I think about these things, and the more I have to remind myself to really just stick to me, to not be so consumed and concerned about what everyone else out there is thinking. Let's take a tiny little break from this badass podcast to talk about Kajabi, or as my husband calls it, Punjabi. Babe, it starts with a K. Kajabi. This is the platform that literally makes all the magic happen. It's plug and play, no coding necessary. And guess what, you guys? The best thing about it is that you get your very own mobile app with it. I looked into building an app and it was going to be over $100,000. You get your own right there. The platform is so affordable too. So instead of paying for individual platforms like your CRM system, which is going to host your email, your landing pages, which is going to capture your email, your website, which is going to be where all the magic happens, a community space, it's literally all in one. So it doesn't matter if you want to host courses, educational classes, have libraries in there for your team. This is absolutely the way to go. And I have a month free for you to check it out. So hop over to my website, thechrissychin.com/Kajabi, Kajabi, and you can check out a month for free. I cannot wait to see what you create. Please do me a favor. Send me a DM, send me an email once you've created something so I can see it and check it out. Can't wait for you to get started and scale your business like a badass boss. All right, let's get back to the podcast. I was at a photo shoot a few weekends ago, and it was with a new photographer, and we were shooting the new cover art for my podcast. I didn't love the one that I had been using, and I really wanted to change it up. So I hired this new photographer. We're at the photo shoot, and so I'm like, I really need to get something for my podcast cover. And I didn't have any bright ideas, and partly it was that I just felt kind of shy about doing anything funny or wacky that felt like me because she was watching. And so of course, if she was watching, my brain says that she is judging, right? Like automatically goes to that. And so I was just kind of asking her opinion. I'm like, well, I don't know, I want it to be fun. What do you think? And so she was putting me in a couple different positions. Let's try this. Let's try that. She doesn't really know me. So she is doing her best ability to give me some great options and, create something that I will like. She had me, one sitting on the desk, and she was like, why don't you put your legs together? And like instantly I thought, oh my gosh, I'm definitely not going to like this. I'm going to think my thighs are too wide, just like thigh spread on the desks, which I totally did. But I'm just kind of going with it to like kind of see, and maybe just to like loosen me up to feel a little bit better about just coming out of my shell and just being me in front of this new person. And eventually I just said, all right, just shoot this. And I stood up in front of the desk and I got a little bit relaxed, but I got a little bit sassy, and I held the mic up to my mouth as, as if I were about to like yell into it. And I made my signature Chrissy face. And if you know me, you've been hanging out for a while, you know that that's the one where I look really happy. My mouth is wide open. Yeah, that one. And it just really felt like me. I felt really good about it. And so, did a couple of those, did a couple of other ones where I'm like sitting on the desk, legs crossed, no thigh spread there, doing my signature Chrissy face. And it just felt a little bit more me. And when she showed me them, when I got them back, I had about 50 shots of just pretty images that were okay. But the ones that I loved the most were the ones where I just said, screw it. Who cares if I look dumb? Who cares if she judges me for this face that I always make? And I just went for it. Right? That was the one that I loved, or the couple that I loved. And I think that is what is so hard, yet so beautiful about building a personal brand. The hard part is that it's really vulnerable because it's you. It's all of you. And that's the hard part, because that's the part that we feel can be judged, us. But at the same time, when you really let go of what others might think and you just do you, you will attract those that really love you for you, and you'll build this amazing tribe, this amazing community that is like Team Sarah or Team Becky all the way, right? Because you're showing them your true, authentic self. My brand feels the absolute best when I am staying true to who I am. I'm only human, so I certainly fall out of that at times. And, I think about what people will think if I do this, or if I say that, or if I act this way, or if I put my eyelashes on, and I have to remind myself that I will draw in so many more if I just tell my brain to stop giving an F and just do me. So as I get ready for this big event, this coming Monday, and then another one 2 weeks later, I'm having anxiety on and off about, so much concern of like, will it be good? Will it be perfect? Will I do okay? And I just have to remind myself to just be me up there and not worry about doing it perfect. Because if I just do me, even though it's not going to be perfect, I'm going to get my message out there, and it's going to be received so much better than if I am so hung up on what everyone else is thinking. And that's something that I really want to drive home here on the podcast, because that's what this Chrissy Chin brand is all about, and what this podcast is all about. It's all about helping you create and build and scale a business that is 100% aligned with you. And truth be told, the best way to make sure that it feels 100% true to you is to explore more about who you are and about who you want to be. And once you step into that person, you will have a brand that really can make a massive impact on those who you love, and who love what you have to offer. So here's your little weekend reminder to embrace everything about yourself that makes you you, and leverage your uniqueness and your bizarre qualities so that you can be living your best life and serve others in the best way possible every step of the way.